And of course, when the weather outside is frightful, parents are the ones who need to take some extra precaution when it comes to keeping their children safe. And here to tell us what we can do to keep our kids safer in the winter months is Dr. Alana Levine. Please welcome you.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm great.
Nice to have you here again. All right, let's talk a little bit about it. This was interesting. There are some things that people don't really know. So let's talk, first of all, we know about layers, but you're saying thin layers as opposed to big, bulky sweaters.
Exactly. I like thin layers, like thermals that are here. You can sort of put a turtleneck, a thin sweater on top. Really keeps kids warm. When the clothing gets wet, you want to take it off. So if you have them come inside for frequent breaks, you can sort of disrobe, take off the wet clothing, and replace it with warm clothing.
And sort of shed it all and go back out again. All right, dress properly, but you still say, despite that, parents should really limit the kids and how long they're outdoors.
Exactly. On a really cold day, and it's cold and windy these days, you really want to bring them in every half hour, 45 minutes or so, just to make sure that they're not getting too cold. When the body temperature drops too low, it's a condition called hypothermia. And hypothermia can be quite severe. It starts with shivering and shaking, but then when you see something called a change in mental status, so when a child sort of gets clumsy, slurs their speech, doesn't seem to be making sense, that's a sign they really may be in trouble and you want to seek medical attention.
So about every 45 minutes, bring them inside.
Yeah.
Okay. Sunscreen. People forget this because the summer's over and it's not something you even pick up in the wintertime.
That's right. And you really don't want to let your kids go outside on a sunny day, especially if there's snow outside, because that can reflect without sunscreen. So when you go skiing, any area of the body that's exposed, you want to cover up with sunscreen.
All right. And I thought this one was interesting. You're saying helmets are not just for bikes.
That's right. You want to wear a helmet anytime your child's at risk of head injury.
Okay.
So if you're skiing, if you're sledding, and I really don't see kids wearing helmets very often when they're sledding, but that's really an important time to wear it as well.
No, I mean, I never did. I remember running out. I don't even remember if I had mittens on at the time, but we lived in upstate New York, and I don't remember. So helmets, do parents know about that, though, or do they think that it's snow, they'll fall, it's soft, not going to be a problem?
I think parents didn't wear helmets when they were kids. I certainly didn't wear one when I was a kid, but I also didn't ski with a helmet when I was a kid, and now I do. So I think little by little we're educating parents.
All right. Now, over the winter months, nosebleeds are something to really watch out for. What can you do? Are they able to be prevented or just...
Nosebleeds are very common in the wintertime, especially as we crank up the heat. That dryness can cause bleeding in the nose. So a couple good ways to prevent that. One is to run a humidifier, and I like a cool mist humidifier because it moistens the air. The other thing is to try a normal saline nose spray like this. You don't want to get one with a decongestant, just plain normal saline. And then if you put a little moisturizer like Aquaphor or Vaseline right into the nose before they go to bed, that'll help prevent them as well.
And do it even before you're having the problem.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you so much. Appreciate you coming in this morning. For a complete list of Dr. Levine's winter safety tips, meet us on the web at WPIX.com/morningnews, and you can check them all out there. Craig, we'll send it back over to you.